Hi, I'm Mike from 1A Auto. We've been selling auto parts for over 30 years.
What's up guys, I'm Andy from 1A Auto. Today I'm going to show you how to install these brakes on this 2011 Ford Explorer. If you need these parts or other parts for your vehicle, click the link in the description and head over to 1aauto.com. We're going to loosen the lug nuts up. I'm just going to use a 19mm socket and a breaker bar. I'm just going to crack them free. Now we're going to raise and support the vehicle. We're using a 2-post lift. If you're doing this at your house, you can use a jack and jack stands. All right, we're going to remove the lug nuts. Once those lug nuts are off, take the tire off. Okay, next we're going to take these 2 bolts out. We're going to use a 17mm wrench, loosen these bolts up. They're on there a little bit tight. You could use a socket and a ratchet. Next I'm going to take a straight blade screwdriver. Just going to pry this out a little bit. Compress the caliper just a little bit. And then pull the caliper out. And then we're going to use a bungee cord and tie it up top. Wrap it around the spring. Do this so that we don't just let the caliper hang and that could damage the hose. And at this point we can take these brake pads out. There is these little springs. Oops. These springs will come out with the brake pads. It's a good idea to change these, but if they're in good shape you can reuse them. Take the inside brake pad out. Just use a screwdriver to help guide it out. I'm going to take an 18mm socket and a breaker bar, and I'm going to take these 2 bolts out that hold the caliper bracket on. These are on there pretty tight. Once I break those free, then I can use an 18mm socket and a ratchet and loosen these up all the way. All right, take these bolts out. There is some thread locker on these bolts. You can either add some thread locker or get some new bolts. Take this bracket out. Now we can remove the rotor. Just pull it straight out. If it was stuck on there, you can take a hammer and just hammer on the rotor to get it off if it's rusted on there. Here's our old brakes. Here's our new brakes from 1A Auto. As you can see, the pads are the same shape, the same size. Pad materials the same. If you look at the rotors are the same height. They have the same cooling fins in the middle. Get yours at 1aauto.com and you'll be ready to rock and roll. Now we're going to clean this hub up before we put the rotor back on. We're just going to use a wire brush. Clean all around the hub. All right, we're going to clean up the caliper bracket. We're going to start by taking these caliper slide pins out. Spray it down with a little brake cleaner, brake parts cleaner, and wipe it down with a rag. Spray a little brake parts cleaner in here. Clean that out with the rag. We're going to take a little brake caliper grease, put that on the slide pin, and reinstall it into the bracket. And then we'll do the same for the other side. Now we're going to clean up the pad clips. We'll take a wire brush, clean this up. Take a screwdriver, just take these pad clips off, pry underneath here. Pop it out, and we'll clean underneath there, get some of this rust out. It's a little dirty underneath here. We can clean the back sides of these. Reinstall the clips. And we'll do the same for the other side. We're going to install this brake rotor backwards first. We're going to spray this down with brake parts cleaner, and we'll wipe it down with a rag. There is a protective coating on these rotors so that they don't rust. We'll flip it back over. You're going to want to line up this hole with that screw hole there. Our vehicle didn't have a screw in there, but yours may. And we'll spray this down with brake parts cleaner and wipe it down with a rag. Next, we're going to take a lug nut. Because I don't have that screw there, I'm just going to screw this lug nut down so that'll hold my rotor on there better. Now install this brake caliper bracket. These bolts, it's recommended that you replace these bolts. We're going to reuse ours. Now with those two bolts tightened up, we're going to torque these to 111 foot-pounds. Use my 18mm socket and a torque wrench. Those are good and tight. Next we'll install the brake pads. We're just going to take a little bit of caliper grease, put it on where the pads will sit in the bracket. And carefully, you don't want to get any grease on the pad material itself. Slide it into the bracket. We'll do the same with the inside one. Now we're going to take the brake caliper off the bungee, or the bungee off the brake caliper. Flip it over. We're going to take one of the old brake pads, slide it in here, and I'm going to use this brake caliper compressing tool. It's made for one piston caliper. This is obviously a two piston caliper, but with the brake pad there, I can go back and forth slowly and just compress both pistons. We actually sell these tools at 1aauto.com. So we're just gonna compress this slowly. As we're compressing this, fluid's coming out of the caliper, going through the hose, through the pipes, up to the master cylinder, and into the reservoir. And it's a good idea to check the fluid level after you're done to make sure that it's at the proper level and adjust when needed. So we'll just go back and forth, just compress it a little bit. Now that's fully compressed. Pull that brake pad away. Just make sure these dust boots didn't get folded or anything. If you go slow enough, generally they go down properly and they look good. Now we'll take the caliper. Another thing you want to make sure, you never want to let the caliper hang from the hose because it could damage the hose. We'll slide the caliper over the bracket and the brake pads. Get that into position. Install this caliper bolt. And then the top caliper bolt. I'll take a 17mm socket and a ratchet. And I'll snug these down. Then I can torque these with a torque wrench to 53 foot-pounds. Next, we're going to install these pad springs. It's recommended that you replace these when you do this job. You can put these on before you put the caliper on. But sometimes they spread the pads out and you gotta hold the pads, so I decided to do it after. which might be a little bit tricky to do it after. So whatever you guys want to do, if you want to do it before or do it after. Push that there, push that there. There's some little holes in the caliper pad themselves. This basically just pushes the pads out when the caliper is released. And I'll do the same for the top one. Reinstall the tire. Put the lug nuts on. And lower the vehicle. Now we're going to torque these lug nuts to 100 foot-pounds. We're going to use a torque wrench and we're going to torque them in a star pattern. The reason you do it in a star pattern is so that the wheel gets tightened down properly against the rotor and evenly. You can go around again just to double check. Make sure you got them all. You're good to go.
Thanks for watching. Visit us at 1aauto.com for quality auto parts, fast and free shipping, and the best customer service in the industry.